Alright, what's up guys, and welcome back to the Mfren podcast number 18 today. So today's topic, I usually, I don't know, the last couple of times I've done like a couple of topics like in one podcast, but today I'm going to stick to one main topic. I'm going to stick on sports betting and how I kind of got into it and like where I see the future of sports betting, because I feel like I see a lot more ads for sports betting now. Like I've always heard of like, there's Proline, which is like the main big one, and then there's one in the States. I think it's so there's some shell over my dust all over my my computer desk here. I gotta clean this off. It gets so dusty. And I kept seeing, I think it's Fandom. I think it's only in the States though, which is unfortunate. But you can bet on like what the score of like games are gonna be. And I saw that there was some guy who bet both AFC and NFC championship scores. He bet the Bengals to win 24-21 and the Rams to win, I think that game was like 30-27, I think it was. If I'm wrong, I think it was that score, or no, 20-13, I think the score was, I think, whatever it was, but he bet on both scores correctly, and he turned $20 into $550,000. I was like, man, if I can get that going, I was like, that'd be sick. And also because my Wealthsimple stocks, because everyone at my work first got into stocks when I think it was a year ago when GameStop had that huge like spike increase in their stock, and it went up to like from $20 or whatever it was, it went up to like a couple $100, and then whoever was in that stock, I guess, like made bank off of it, and people were like freaking out because like, oh, it made like a bunch of like wealthy people like lose money or something or whatever. Like my Wealthsimple, like my Wealthsimple TSFA has like $250 in it, and I mean I'm down like $117 all time. But yeah, I'm not really into stocks as much. So my brother actually told me about a betway, but for some reason it's not available on like Android phones. So I had to go to their website to download it there, and then I had to like change a setting on my phone so it would let me download it, because it was like thought it was like some like from like some shady website or whatever. I even get that sometimes, like I get Google alerts or whatever about that too and everything. But I started getting into it, and then the first, like, I think I just put in like $50 deposited, because you can have direct deposit and withdrawal from, you can either do credit card or I just do my debit card. So if I want to put more money in, I put it into there, and then whatever I win, it just gets withdrawn back to my debit card, obviously. And the one shitty thing, well, when you deposit, it just deposits right away. If only it was that simple with withdrawing though. So you have to, because I think obviously, I don't know why, it's probably because take the bank like a couple of days, like 3 or whatever the time period window is, because the first time I turned $5 into $105 when I bet on the Golden State Warriors to come back and beat the Sacramento Kings, I think it was. And I was like, okay, Golden State will come back, because the wager was really high for them because they were down by like 20 points in like the fourth quarter. And I thought Golden State had all their good guys playing. They had like no one playing, like Wiggins, Curry, Thompson, like all those guys were out and shit. And I was like, oh fuck, I hope they come back and win this. But then again, if I lose, it's only losing $5. And then also, if you spend a certain amount per week on a certain sport, like whether it's hockey or basketball, which are the two main ones going on right now, and soccer too, you get like either a $5 free bet or a $10 free bet, and you're opted into like parlay clubs and like promotions and everything. But for some reason, I don't know if it's because I have an Android, it doesn't work or whatever, but my brother, since he's got an iPhone, he gets like a wheel spin. So he gets like either like a $10 free bet, or like you can use like a Betway boost or something like that. For some reason, I don't have that on mine. I don't know if it's because like I have Android, or I didn't actually download it from the App Store because it's not in the Google Play Store, I guess. I don't really know, but maybe I'll see if I can get that figured out. But so when I took out the $100, I had to withdraw it, and then I waited like 2 days till I got an email confirmation saying that, okay, your money went through. Then I received an email of what the e-transfer password was, and I got a text message saying like, okay, here's your password for the e-transfer. Now you're just waiting for an email so you can go and actually take the money back in your account, then put the password in. So it's like 3 to 4 days with like 3 different emails each of those days. So it's kind of annoying. It can't just happen all in one, but like it's not the end of the world. So at first I was like, oh shit, like I can make a lot of money off this. And so actually I will do a quick little experiment for you guys to see like what you can possibly win on this. I gotta log in. I know every time, like if you aren't on in a while, it always like logs you out, but good thing I have like the thumb scanner, so I could just easily sign in that way. So okay, right here. So this tonight is if this wants to focus, I know the quality might be a little dust, but here I have a bunch of NHL games on parlays tonight. So I took all of the I only bet 50 cents and I took all of the underdogs for tonight's game. So if I win all of these 9 games, I can turn 50 cents into $3,600. I don't know how well that will show up there. It's probably going to be distorted, but and then I have a chance to turn, and I had 8 folds for NCAA basketball games tonight. So I took 8, but sometimes these are unlikely to happen, but it's just like that mindset where it's like, fuck, like a bunch of upsets could happen. So it's just a matter of like chance or luck. So if I have these 8 folds win tonight, so I have like Providence, Bowling Green, Wisconsin, North Alabama, Nebraska, Northern Illinois, Louisville, and CS Northridge. If all 8 of those teams win tonight, I can turn 50 cents into $454,000. Imagine that. Like, imagine be like, yo, man, like, how did you make all this bank, bro? Bro, you know what I did? Just bet 50 cents on 8 basketball games. Won just like that. Like, that'd be an insane story, because I know people are like, oh yeah, I won a scratch ticket. Turned out I won like $2.5 million. And then I have another one, a $5 free bet of 7 folds into $2,000, but these are with teams that are more likely to win, so their odds are lower. So your payout's not going to be as high, but $2,000 is still $2,000. That's sick. And then actually, I had an esports. There was CS:GO playing. Yeah, literally. So yeah, right here. So this is what I bet this morning, actually. So again, if it wants to load, so see all those green ones. That means I've won. Oops, I'm not even in frame. So I won 6 out of 8 folds, and I could have turned $13 into, I think it was like, I know the return says 0 because I didn't win it, but I think from before, I should have maybe taken screenshots just for reference or proof next time. But I could have turned that $13. I think it was like almost 600. I think it was. And then yeah, last night then I had and then last night I almost could have made what was it? Yeah, last night right here, I had 9 folds, $15 staked, and I had 1 gray loss there. 1 team loss. Massachusetts lost to Fordham, which I don't even know what school that is. I could have turned $15 into $30,000. It was one win away. Actually, no, sorry, not $3,000. Sorry, because I bet all the teams that were more likely to win. Sorry, not 30. I mean, that would have been sick if I would have turned $15,000 or $15 into $30K. So let's just do. So right now I still have $44 left in my account of worth to bet. So here, I'll just do like an example to show you guys what you can do. So if you guys want to get into Betway, I highly suggest you do it. So right here, so these are all of teams that are playing tonight. So let's take we'll take 5 teams out of the higher odds because they're less likely to win. So let's take Dayton, we'll take Providence, we'll take Bowling Green again, we'll take Wisconsin Green Bay, and we'll take North Alabama, and what's another high one? We'll take where is it? We'll take New Jersey IT, I think that is. So that's 6 folds. So that's 6 folds right there, which 6 total games. So let's say we could either just, so $10, have to bet $10. That is a total of $63,000 in return. Imagine that. Or if we go all in at $44, $279,000, $398.19. And then if I bet 1 cent, I get $634. And if I bet $1, still makes $6,000. So that's what I'm saying. Like it gets you hyped because you're like, man, like imagine if you won that. So I know one of these times it's coming for me. But disclaimer, I'm not addicted to gambling. It is fun. I get it. Like it's fun. I mean, it's not like I'm gambling money I don't have or anything like that. And I'm not like going. I think okay. I'll a total that I've lost most on a $1 or on a bet. Well, back in the Super Bowl, I didn't use because I think I didn't have a betway then, or did I? I think I had it then. I've had it I think I've had it for almost a month now. I want to say. But back during the Super Bowl, I had Bet365. I made an account for that, and I spent $50. And well, since I opened a new account, I also had a $20 free bet as well too. But I bet everything on the Bengals, Bengals to win, Jamar Chase to get a touchdown, and to have at least I think 4 field goals kicked in that game, and Jamar Chase to get MVP. None of those things happened at all, so I lost $50 on a bet there. But I'm not like making like $1,000 wagers. Usually it's like the most I'm averagely betting is like I think $20 at the most usually. Or sometimes if I'm just like, all right, you know what, let's just go like all in. Like I did $50 on I think it was NHL. No, it was not $50. It was NHL games like 2 weeks ago. I think it was like 6 games, and I turned $50 into $86, and then I made another 100 because Jack Eichel. Okay, for some reason the audio or the podcast crashed. Lucky it's still saved and everything, but I just didn't go all in one, so I don't get why. I don't know. For some reason this Recorder Pro has been like the last like 2 times I've tried to film a podcast, it always like cuts out for some reason. And it can't be I have too much storage on this computer, because I don't. Honestly, I mean, well, actually, I might real quick so I don't risk it dying out of me. I just should probably get my laptop plugged in here. There we go. Now, just hopefully I don't trip over that wire at all. There we go. Let's move it over this way. So, actually, just fix the camera there. Hopefully it's good. So, yeah. So Jack, there was a bet boost for him to get a goal and an assist, and he got. I think he got 3 points. He got a goal and 2 assists that game, and I turned $15 into $150. So thank you, Jack Eichel, even though you're not on the Buffalo, but you're still helping me out regardless. And real quick, so side note about Buffalo. I kind of want to go off topic just this once, but next week Thursday, Buffalo or Vegas plays in Buffalo, and I told my dad, I was like, we should really get tickets because I want to see Eichel's return to Buffalo. I want to know if he's going to get booed or if they're going to make some huge presentation, which I'm obviously sure they will. But I feel like he's going to get booed by a lot of people. I would assume so, but I think that would be funny to see. Or hopefully like Alex Tuck just fucking like decks him at like center ice or whatever with a huge open ice hit. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, it's because it's so much fun where it's like, and the thing is, like I said, I'm not betting money that I don't have, or I'm not like going into debt or anything like that. Obviously, I'm like aware, like sometimes even at the casino, I was like, I had to like at the casino, the most I've ever lost in one sitting is 200. Like I usually always every time I go to the casino, I'll take out 100 and I'll start with that. And then if I'm out 100, if I'm down 100, I'm like, all right, you know what? Let's try to make my money back. And then I go to 200. And then if I'm out 200 total, I'm like, all right, I stop there, and that's it. So yeah, like sometimes the casino, like sometimes you win big. Like the one time I won 700 back in August when it opened up. Other times I've won like 200, 250, 300, 400 here and there. Or sometimes I walk away with $50. Like it is what it is. And I think I still have I think I have like all my casino funds still like in my dresser drawer here, so I probably should deposit it all. I'm just too lazy to do it, or it's just nice to have like a big thick stack of cash. So Um. Oh, there's a new Morbius trailer. I might have to watch that after. Um. And so yeah, it is fun trying to bet. So I know one of these days, because like the real thing is, because I saw this on Kijiji the other day. I think the ads took it down, but I still screenshot it in case it comes back up. But there's this blue skyline that I really want. This guy was selling it for 62K. It's like perfect condition, the exact blue skyline I want. Obviously, I would have to change those wheels because I think they're like BBS or they're like some old work wheels, but they're just not my thing. And I took a picture with this BRZ, or with the, back in, I think it was April, I think. Yeah. This is back in April 3 years ago. I saw the same car at the Two Sisters Winery, and I got a picture with it, and I was like, man, imagine if I had both these cars. And I was like thinking, like, bro, this guy's selling a Skyline. That'd be perfect if I make bank off of a Super Bowl bet or something. And I'm like, all right, you know what? And I told him, like, all right, bro, I got 60,000 right here. I know it's 62. I'll talk you down $2,000. Made 60K off some NHL bets. Let's make this deal happen. So, and it was getting me in the mood. I'm like, man, like, imagine that turning like $1, like I showed before. Like if you turn $1 into like 85 grand just because you took like 3 underdogs in like soccer or football or cricket. You can bet on esports. Like that's ridiculous. Like there's cricket, cycling, darts, like you name it. And I just saw, I'm like, man, like just because I love skylines, as you can see. I have a skyline poster in my room that I think I've had that one for like 5 years. No, this September will be 7 years since I've had that, because I remember getting that my first year of college when they had that poster fair. I got that one, the Skyline, and then the NWA one right behind me. And this one I've almost had for 3 years. And then with the Dreams one and then the Spider-Man one, I've had those for like almost 4 years now. But sorry, checking notifications. I get sidetracked again. Fuck. So right now, what else do I also have? See, and I don't really use Bet365 because it's mostly on my computer. But it's weird. I haven't been making YouTube videos in a while. Like I've kind of neglected using my laptop and shit as much. Like the only thing I've really used it for is before the Junior A games, I'll like check the rosters and make sure like all the rosters are up to date and everything. That's the only thing I've really been using my MacBook for, really. So like right here, there's like a Betway boost. Like Draisaitl and McDavid both have scored 1+ goals. So that's like a wager of 5. So if I put $100 on that, I can make $500. But that's only if they both score, obviously. The worst thing is it drives me nuts, because when you bet on like all games and then the one game doesn't hit and you're just like, bro, like what the fuck, man. I would actually be only more pissed, and I'm not that mad because like again, like some of those bets I'm only losing like $5, or even if it's a free bet, or if like the $1 where I just like it's just a shit for shit bets. It's like a once, like, oh, it's like a once, like, the one chance it may possibly happen where I can make like 4 million off of like 6 or 7 games, and those are just joke bets. Like I know that probably won't win, but it's just like, because you never know, right? And the only bet I think I was mostly pissed off recently, well, actually no, was this past Sunday. I bet on 8 hockey games. I won 6 out of 8 games because the Rangers screwed me over, and so did the Ducks. The Ducks got shut out to the Islanders, and the Islanders are pretty bad. And then the Rangers fucking got dusted by the Canucks 5-2, because I think the Rangers played one of their shittier goalies. So I got screwed over there. So I could have, and at that game, I could have turned $25 into, I think, $4.5 grand there. So, and the worst part is like you have to win all of them. I mean, you can cash out beforehand, which if I cashed out, I would have had $80. So like, still would have made I thought I heard something out there. I still would have made $60 profit. So like, it is what it is, but still, it's still annoying when that one game doesn't hit. So, but I know I've got a good feeling something's gonna happen soon. And then the other day I was looking at cars I'd buy off of Auto Trader, and let's just say hypothetically made $1 million off of betting whatever sports game event and stuff. I would definitely, first thing is, okay, I buy my Skyline, whether if I find that guy's Instagram and DM like, yo, I know you maybe took the ad down or maybe it's back up, or if you sold it, I have no idea. I'll be like, yo, I'll buy that for $60K, full cash in hand and everything. I'd also buy my brother his Audi R8 that he's always been dreamt of. I saw there was wouldn't buy him a brand spanking new one. There's actually a 2010 all black one, because I think black is the color he prefers it, and it was like a 2010 one for like $89,000. And then probably buy my sister her Ford Raptor or some type of Mercedes, or actually no, she wants the Lamborghini Urus, but I don't really know how much those roughly go for. But yeah, and then I would definitely get my turbo kit, wide body, and wrap my BRZ for sure. And yeah, then definitely buy a house with all the money I can make from sports betting. Definitely buy a house and buy some better camera equipment. I mean, I love my G7X, but obviously I want one of those like bigger, like Sony A7S or like the Canon. I don't know what really new Canons are out. I know there's like the Canon 70D, which like most YouTube vloggers use, or like the Canon like Rebel T6. I know there's one really nice Sony camera. I think it's like $1,000, but it's like the size of the G7X, but instead of the camera screen flipping up, it like flips out to the side. But I feel like rather than me be like looking up, I'd be like looking to the side, and you guys are like, all right, yeah, so like, hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another video, and I'm like looking up to the side and shit. So kind of throw me off a little bit there, but definitely would love to upgrade some camera equipment. But yeah, I know it's all just a dream, but it could happen one day, so never say never. Just keep knocking on wood that one of these bets hits one day. So, and actually a lot more, I've actually gotten 2 more people at work into sports betting. I got Juliana and Josh into it too as well, so, so I mean, the more the merrier. I only wish it would have worked for me, like, because I know with Well Simple, since Josh helped me like get my account set up, he got like, I think there was a thing where you can get I think like 15 free stock shares available to buy, and I don't know if Betway does that, if anyone like recommends you it, or their account can get money that way. I'm not sure, maybe I might have to look into that though, but I know one of these days one of these bets will hit. I just got to take some time, or obviously be smart with betting, because I've taken a break. Like, I don't bet every single night. I'm only betting if I like feel like it, or if I feel like a good chance there's like a match I can win, or obviously if I have like a free dollar bet, I'll use that on whatever I think's gonna hit most of the time. So I think total, since I've had Betway, I think I've totally made I want to say around like 400 something bucks, I think. And losing bet without all the free bets I've had, I want to say I want to say I'm at least down 200 though, I think, from the bets that I've lost over time, because obviously and it's mostly been like 25 or $20 max most that I've bet in one like sitting. And I guess the most I lost of Bet365 was the $50 for the Super Bowl, which I got screwed over on, but oh well. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and because there's also the good thing about Betway is that you could also do casino games on there. So I could play roulette on there, which is what I always play at the casino. But I feel like, I mean, I've never tried it on the games because there's like live in play like casino games you could do from your phone on Betway, but like I don't trust those because I don't know like how like legit they are, or if like if they have like what's the word I'm looking for, like if it only goes like certain numbers, or like it only hits like certain things. I don't really know, but I've definitely taken my caution with that though, for sure. Yeah, now that I got this silicone phone case, like I love the orange, but like it's too like I don't know, it feels like my phone's super like greasy now. Like it's just all like feels all slippery and shit. And even like when I have it in my pockets and shit or my jeans, like I always get so much like what's the like felt on it. I always find like, why is all this black shit from my jeans on here? But yeah, so definitely if I do make a big bet off of or I do make a big earnings off of a bet, I will definitely make a clickbait titled YouTube video about how I won $4,000 or $400,000 off of Betway or something like that. But yeah, so I'd say if you want to get into sports betting, Betway is the way to go. Me personally, I mean, sure you could do Bet365, or if you're in the States, you got Fandom, which I wish they were in Canada, but they're not. So yeah, guys, I think that's gonna do it for this podcast. I know this might have been like quicker than or shorter than normal podcasts, but I just kind of want to get a quick one out here for the start of 2022, even though it's like 2 months in right now. Also, I can't believe it's March already. That's insane. I don't know. It just feels like the months are just flying by. I don't know what it is, but like before I know, I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna say, oh, it's March 1st day. The next thing I know, I'll blink, and then I'm like, oh, boom, it's like May 2-4 weekend. I'm like, bro, where did the time go? So yeah, I'll try to stay more consistent with the podcast. I want to try to shoot for at least one a week. I'll probably do it on my days off. I just always like never get around to it, or I have to like list the next like 5 topics that I want to do for my podcast. So that way, like I know going in what I'm going to talk about and not trying to think of like a idea at the last second, obviously, or I'll try to see if we can get some more people to do the podcast with and everything. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, that's going to do it for Mfren podcast number 18. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you.
Damn, I feel amazing. Damn, I'm in the matrix. My mind is living on cloud 9 and this 9 is never on vacation. Start up that Maserati and zoom, zoom, I'm racing. Popping pills in the lobby and I pray they don't find her naked. And I pray you niggas is agents. Shooters go after shooters. Jesus Christ, if I live life on my knees, ain't no